what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day, what a beautiful day. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm going live. What time is it? I think it's 8 a.m. Los Angeles time. It's overcast, and I woke up this morning full of joy and happiness. I got a download, so I thought while this energy is still here, I should share this with you guys. So what was my download? I am going to start up a 2-month academy on awakening and higher consciousness. This is going to be absolutely free. So I would like you guys to join me, and also whoever you think will help them out to come to this academy of awakening and higher consciousness. You can ask them to come and join us. So while I was getting this download, I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do in this 2 months to help you guys out? First of all, I'm going to start out by who am I? Who am I? Who am I? And, you know, from the previous teachings and my lives, I am 2 parts. Twins. I am born as twins, and I would leave this world as twins. So you guys already are familiar with your right side, ego mind, and you're quite familiar with your left side, which is heart and soul. So this is going to be the first webinar that I'm going to start out, but eventually I want to give you some teaching and some tools to get access to your subconscious mind and further to your super conscious mind. Okay, so we're going to get in there and look at this whole library to see what are the programmings and what are the apps, right? So we're going to get into the root agendas that your subconscious mind has. Once we find out, it might be one thing, it might be, for me, for instance, it has been unworthiness, it has been abandonment issues, codependency for a while, and believe it or not, I have been experiencing all these things. So those were my apps, and it took a long time for me to get access to that deeper subconscious mind to realize that, the death of my father at age 10 has tremendous impact on my life, and what I wasn't quite aware of, that energy was still active. And funny enough, yesterday I was talking to someone. They're doing the Emmanuel. They're working on emotional coding, and then so in the emotional coding we go past generation. We check into the 4 planes, like where is the issue coming from? Is it coming from the spiritual part? Is it coming from the mind? Is it trapped in the emotional body? Is it in the physical body? Okay. And then once we realize which body is coming from, then we're going to have to check in to see, is it from me? Is this program on me? Or is coming from my mom or my dad? Or is it coming from past that, meaning my grandparents? And this could be dragged on into so many past generations, right? So once we clear this thing, once I clear this For instance, I give you an example. What came up, what we were talking about yesterday, was that I am not important, right? And when he was checking this in, he said at age 12. What happened when I was age 12? And it wasn't in my conscious mind. But once I digged in and tuned in and I went back, what was impacting me at age 12, that right now this message of I am not important is showing up, was that since I was 10 years old, after the death of my father, I wanted to leave Iran and move to US. And I was constant. I would go to my mom and I would say, send me to America, send me to America. And my mom was like, we cannot do that. We can't send a 10-year-old there and blah, blah, blah. Then my uncle at the time, he was living in San Francisco. He was teaching at a university in San Francisco and he was married to an American. And I would tell my mom, so send me to my uncle. But no, we can't. So we came up that the fact that I wanted to do something and then it wasn't in my control, and somebody else, my parents or my mother at the time or my older brothers, have to make a decision for me, that impacted me, and my subconscious mind translated that as I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, I don't matter. What I'm desiring is just getting blown up in the air and nobody's paying attention. Okay, so our issues could move back to so many different areas and also so many different trimesters. Like for instance, let's say we have a period of 7 years from the beginning that we're born till 7 years old, then 7 to 14, 14 to, if we divide our lives into different sections, then every semester is something is going on that is leading to the next one and to the next one and to the next one. So anyhow, you could be in your mother's womb in the first part or the second part or the third part of the pregnancy, and your mom is carrying a belief, an emotion, and then you could easily pick that up, and today in your life that's still active. So once I'm releasing that today, then although my mother is not alive anymore, but I could clear that through her and my past generations. Okay, so this is what I'm going to teach you guys in this 2 months academy, how to tap in to the deep-rooted cause of our traumas from subconscious mind and what is really active there, because a lot of these things are not active. For instance, it wasn't in my conscious mind that, oh, what has impacted me at age 12, right? I could be, if you ask me, I would say, oh, the biggest trauma has been at the age 10, when my father passed away suddenly. But believe it or not, that did not have as much impact as this situation, that what I'm saying is not important and people are not hearing me, right? And then I did a course in Farsi, which I should absolutely do it in English, and it was about finding soulmates and relationship. Because so often you and I are trying to do so many things in the outer world, and then we are unaware of the things that are hidden in the subconscious mind. So that's something that I'm going to be working on. Then I'm going to teach you how to switch from the mindset to the heartfelt. Okay? So the mind is, as you and I know, the mind is constantly thinking, grabbing here and there different thoughts, and is holding on to that. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they said at every minute we have 80 to 85 thoughts. And those thoughts are not new. Those are the thoughts that I had, the leftover from yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before. Okay? So, knowing this, that at every minute I have about 80 to 85 thoughts per minute. Now, how would I switch that to the heart? So I come from the feeling of the heart, but I need to open up another window here. And what is that? That's basically knowing that Emmanuel was talking about this. It's a concept from Dr. Bradley Nelson. And he talks about the heart wall. Like over years, when things are happening, we start unknowingly, we start building walls around our heart. Because when we're coming from the mind, our mind really thinks that its job is to be protective of us. So our mind is constantly doing things or even blocking things from our memories or other events, because our mind thinks, oh, this event is very painful, and maybe we should hide it, put this in a spam, so this I cannot feel or experience that. Okay, so when I'm coming from the mindset and the mind is experiencing something and it's just making a decision for me to put that in a file that is unaccessible to me. Sajan, welcome. I'm going to get you in a few minutes. Sahar had some issues this morning. She was asking me, and I told her, I said, let me start a live and then you can come in. And while I'm working with you and helping you through this process, everybody else gets help. All right. So I also have to be mindful because I have a session in 15 minutes. So I have to hurry up with this. Anyhow, so we start putting a lot of walls around our heart. Then we're not feeling anymore. We're shutting down our emotional body, and then we can get into a relationship, but we're not really connecting. We're not really relating to someone else, because the message that we're sending out is, sorry, I'm shut down. I'm shut down. I'm shut down. And then we can go on a dating service, we can do this and that, we can get a dating coach, we can spend loads of money on having a soulmate or finding a partner. But since this message that the heart is emanating out, sorry, I'm blocked, sorry, I'm shut down, it doesn't go anywhere. So the issues are much deeper. Also, in this 2 months free academy, I'm gonna teach you guys about inner world, how to get access to inner world, hearing your intuition, right? And what else? I'm gonna talk to you guys, and we're gonna do practices on bending our reality. So this ego, this character has built a story, and this story is not so favorable to me. And how would I switch this to something else? Okay. And also we're going to do the quantum jumping. So we quantum jump to the other parallel universe to get what we want. So basically, there's going to be a lot of goodies in these 2 months. Probably I'm going to do it every Sundays. I love Sundays because Sundays are supposed to be, every day has its own energy. And I love Sundays energy because it's just kind of telling you relax and chill out. So I think Sundays are the best day. Anyhow, Sahar will soon put the information for you guys, post on when and how you can register. Okay, it's for free, but I would also like you to get as many friends and family, especially your children, the teens, to join us, because this would be major transformation of the mind and your life. So you don't want to miss this. All right, Sarjon, if you're ready, you can join me again, send a request, so we can go through this. Sahar she's a lovely, sweet soul, but she also have been experienced a major anxiety. So in the back end, she knows everything. She's very aware, but when it comes, let me get this. Good, Sahar. Okay, you can join me now. But living this daily is extremely difficult. Sarjan, first of all, let me start out by saying hello to you, and
Hello.
I'm extremely proud that you worked on your nerves to join a live with me. And it was the same thing with Saba. Saba also had a lot of major issues, and she was very anxious at the beginning. But when we start going live, that anxiousness calmed down. And I told her, I said, we broke the ice. So when it's very hard, between your mind is going to say, oh, this is so difficult. But once you start and you break that ice, it becomes natural. It's just like me. You and I were talking about it. I said, okay, I don't have time right now. I didn't say I don't have time, but I said, let's do a live. So as I'm working with you, everybody else gets help. So I want to thank you for doing this. Go ahead, Saba. Give me your questions.
I decided to say yes to everything. That's why I'm here.
Yes. Okay.
I want to know, how can I be limitless? How can I get connected to my higher self? Yeah, that's my question.
Okay. But if I,
Easily, like, fast, easily, in 1 minute. Like, it's a bit hard to get connected fast because the ego and mind come and play with you, and it's a bit hard to get this get connected to the soul.
okay, I understand. So the first thing I would tell you, love, is that don't look for a fast, quick solution, because this is a trait of the mind ego. The mind ego is saying, I don't have patience enough. This is not important enough to me to invest a long-term work. You see what I'm saying? So the first thing, if we can agree on, is that you don't need a fast, short solution. And if you're saying I'm looking for something fast, as a fast solution to resolve this issue, again, you're telling me that you're operating from the ego mind. There is an issue, right? Which you could look at it through a different lens. There is no issue if you're coming from heart and soul. And then that one of the traits that you're aware, the trait of ego is, I get bored very quickly. I can concentrate and I'm not calming my body. So I need something to be fast. Otherwise, my attention goes somewhere else. And then I can comprehend and feel the information that's coming into me. So you tell me, can you switch that? Can we come to an agreement that you might not need a fast solution to this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the one who just said yes, which part of the twin was that? Mind and soul, mind and ego,
Soul and it
soul
was
and
from
heart.
heart. Yeah,
Okay,
because I believe I can do everything. I can do anything.
fantastic. So at this moment, as you calm down yourself, and as I'm sending you energy, I have entered without your permission. I have entered and got access to your energy field, right? So I have to be mindful that I don't pick up your anxious energy in return.
Mhm.
I have to be extremely grounded. But now that you're in the same field of energy with me, you feel that your body is becoming calmer, right?
Yes,
So the
I feel
minute you
I feel
calm down,
so much lighter. I feel so much better now.
uh-huh. Now if you concentrate on your breathing and just tell yourself, I am fine. Remember the teaching on breathing, that our breathing is going to be very slow, like 4 breaths on inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6 on the exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When you start to concentrate on your breathing and you're slowing down your breathing, right? You also sending a message back again to your brain that nothing exciting is going on here. We are not in danger. A lion hasn't chased me. Somebody with a knife is not in my back to stab me. So you're telling your brain in an indirect way that you are safe here. Do you feel safe or not?
Yes, I feel safe.
Okay. Now I want you to even further open up your shoulder and bring your both hand and start slowly tap yourself. Relax your shoulder, relax your mind, and tell yourself, I am safe.
I am safe.
I am great.
I am great.
I don't have to do anything.
I don't have to do anything.
I don't have to go anywhere.
I don't have to go anywhere.
I am just perfectly fine where I am.
I am just perfectly fine where I am.
Okay. And by slowly tapping, how do you feel now?
I feel good,
You feel calmer?
calm, good.
Okay, awesome. So that's very easy. We have so many tools to use that are extremely effective and it can happen very fast. Now, oh, hello, harmony in body, mind, and soul. Zora is here. Hi, Lovey. Okay, so another thing that we can do is remember yesterday or last week when I had my live with Saba, I talk about being aware of our energy field and how important it is to keep our energy field clean up. So every time you feel like you're distracted or you're feeling anxious or something, remind yourself to look at this fluffy ball and see, oh, by my anxiousness, there are some dust. Let me clean up the dust. You can physically do this to your body. You know, when we tap in, it's just like tapping. You know about tapping, like, I am fine, I am great, I am grateful, I am love, right? The tapping frees up this stock energy. Now, something else that I want everyone to do is to, every morning, you can also make a fist when you're angry, when you're anxious, or if there's an emotion that's bugging you, hold the fist and just go, ah. Again, it's best if you're standing up. Ah. And you do this, and then go to the emotion again. The emotion is anger. You're upset. You're angry. You're this and that. And the fourth time is like, oh. Right? So, how do you feel now?
I feel so good.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, so you're picking up, you know, you constantly, from your husband, from the neighbor, from the social media, you're constantly being attacked with different energies, right?
Yeah.
You know, for instance, I see myself sometimes, I used to talk about this because I used to be on television. And if I wouldn't ask Angel Michael to hold my space, I would just go in front of a TV and I would come out because there was so many viewers. They all sending out like psychic attacks, sending different energy. I would come and sit in my car and literally I was, because I'm an empath, I was picking up all those energy, anxiousness. I was like cold, is like headache, depression, everything in it, like all these feelings, because I wasn't aware how the energies are just constantly coming to me, right? So knowing that and being aware about that, you constantly come to this fluffy white ball, your energy. And then you need to constantly dust it out. In the body, we can go like 3 times. All these entities, all this different negative energy, shaking is amazing. Yeah, or you just do this with your mouth and your face and shake it out, and and all this gets all this block stock energy out.
So we have to know that this is not ours. This we are feeling. This is not ours that we are feeling. Other people's feeling, maybe.
Exactly. And because Zora just joined us, Zora, I have great news. I'm starting a new 4 months academy, Awakening and Higher Consciousness. 4 weeks, 4 webinars per week, and is absolutely free. So you guys can all join us and bring all of your friends and families and you know,
we can challenge Zohra as well and to join the live.
Zora, do you want to join the live with me and Sahar? If your
Or
answer,
anyone, or anyone, any other people.
anybody who wants to join our live, you can do that. Yes, Zora is, I'm in. I know you're in. So Zora, bring your sisters.
I can go and Zohra come, yeah?
No, that's fine. But we can.
Alright.
Sarjun, I believe I have a session in any minute, so I just have to end this. But anyhow,
No problem.
Zora, bring your sisters, your daughter, your ancestors, and your generation and generation, because once you listen to this live again, you would realize that a lot of stuff being scared. I mean, in academy. Yes, I know you're in. Yeah. Bring all your families. And I was talking about like, we have to cover up so many areas. Hi, Roya June. Thanks for joining, love. So it's like I can feel emotions and some hidden programs in my subconscious mind that's from past generation. And by clearing this, I'm clearing out the whole ancestries from generation before. Sahajan, before I end this live, as I recall, what you were asking me, your questions was something else. You said when you moved to this new house, at the beginning you felt amazing, but after a while, you remember?
Yeah, because I did something that I felt amazing. I was
What did,
working on myself, but I don't know, somehow it was more effective. I don't know why. Um, I think you get
okay,
it.
yes. So
Yeah.
basically, from what I recall, your voices, you were telling me that you just moved to this new place. Where is it? Tell everybody so they know where you live. Where do
I
you live,
live
Sahar?
I live in new beginning. It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
exactly this new beginning, my new life also started.
Yes. So Sahar moved to, is it up north of England?
Yeah, it's nearly Scotland
Okay.
or Newcastle.
Very close to Scotland. Yes. So she
Yeah.
just moved. And the question she had for me is that at the beginning, when she moved there, the energy of the house and everything was very clean and clear. And she could do whatever she would think about, she could do. She was very proactive, and she was very full of energy. And as time passes by, she
Mhm.
started to lose that motive. Her motivation came down, and that's why I said let's do a live together, because I can
Mhm.
help you out here. Saharjan, by the way, can you just text Solmaz and tell her that I make my next session 10 minutes later so I can close up this chapter? Or if Parisa is here, just move my session 10 minutes later, because I was
Mhm.
supposed to have a session 8:45. All right. Yeah. So anyhow, what happens is, let's say you move to a new place. As you know, every house, every apartment has its own energy. Everyone who has lived there previously have left the residue of their energy fields, of their fights, arguments, happiness, joys, everything is there, right? But we also have to understand that every city and every country has its own energy. Like last week, Kamran was mad at me. He's like, "You're going everywhere, and you haven't come to visit me in Las Vegas." I said, "I'm
Mhm.
sorry, this is nothing personal, but I don't like the energy. I never did like the energy of Vegas. It's so heavy, it's so polluted with
Mhm.
gambling and all this stuff, and that's not me. So
Mhm.
anyhow, every city, every country has its own energy. And then when we narrow that down, it comes to a house or a place or an apartment you live. So every time I move, before I get there, I ask permission. I ask the house and all the energies and all the different light being or whatever, I don't want to make this dark and negative. I ask for permission. Is it okay for if I share space with you? And then I have to be able and capable to hear what the answer is. Sometimes the light being or the entities or the energies who existing in that house, they don't like to share their space with you. And if you're moving into that place, not getting permissions, you could go through a lot of troubles and chaoses. And this is a whole different area that I don't want to spend, and I don't have the time right now to spend time. But basically what you're saying is when you moved to this place, the energy was very light and you were very productive and you could do a lot of blah, blah, blah. But as time passed, you lost that energy and the motivation and the clearness to come back. Now, there's two ways to look at this and go about it. One way, you could say, oh, at some point when I moved here, because it was different and my energy was different, I was embracing to go somewhere else, because coming back, that was actually my suggestion to Sahar and her husband Ali. I said, leave the big city and move to a really tiny, small place. So they were very excited and they did it, and they're very happy that they did this. But so you were excited when you moved there, right? So you were happier. Because you were happier, you were vibrating at the higher frequency. And
And
then,
there was a strong will in me as well.
huh?
There was a strong will at me also in me that I wanted to this happen. I want to wake up early, early, and
Yes.
yeah,
So here's the deal. You were, in a way, in another way, you're telling me that you were embracing changes, right?
yeah,
And when we don't have access to subconscious mind, for a while, we could do that. But the minute you lose consciousness and you're not aware, your subconscious will move you back to where it's comfortable and think that is good for you. So that's what happens. You weren't aware of the way your subconscious was leading you. So your subconscious moved you back to unworthiness, lack of self-love, and it took you back there. So hopefully in these 4 weeks of academy, 8 weeks, I would have enough time and be able to really bring you to that higher consciousness, that at every second you are aware of what's going on. So your mind and your subconscious don't take you somewhere and then you feel you're in the old programming and then you feel stuck again. Oh, I was so motivated and then I'm here. No, it's just because you weren't conscious enough. Your subconscious took the lead and took you back to the old programmings that has been active for many, many, many years, right? So this is like a string. It's just like a music, you know. Every once in a while, if the piano is sitting there for so long and not operating, the piano loses its ability. Like you have to retune it again, right? So that's what happened. If we're neglecting, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm getting downloads to, hold on a second. They're telling me to tell you guys that don't ever neglect awareness. Does that make sense, guys? In a way, my spirit guides are saying being aware at every Second, it's so important that be aware, not to neglect awareness. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so we're
I
gonna.
really recommend that webinar as well. That helped me a lot. That's why
Yes.
I'm.
So you're joining, and Ali is joining, and all your families and friends and the whole. So tell me, guys, who is gonna join this 2 months webinar? Give me a yes. If you give me a yes. Did you put a yes, Sahar? I'm not seeing your yes. Leave a comment for me. Who is joining this 2 months webinar? 2 months free webinar. Okay, Sahar is giving, yeah. Harmony, me. Give me yeses. Nafi says yes. Okay. I need more yeses. I need more yeses. Okay. So here's the deal.
Free webinar. Don't miss it.
Yeah. You have nothing to lose, but so much to gain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, guys, Lida, is that a yes? I need Lida to join. I need Mariam to join. Yes, 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 yes. Give me more yeses. Yes. All right. I was thinking, guys, since I just got this download today, and what's today? Today is November. Is it November 16 or 17? Yes?
18.
18? Okay.
Today is 18.
Okay, since I got this download today, I thought this coming Sunday, 22nd, since I am the master number 22nd, I thought maybe that would be great to start this coming Sunday. But I need to get at least 30 people to start up this webinar. Okay, fantastic. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
when we are going to upload this on IGTV, please type yes, and we will know that you are going to join, and I will give you a message.
Are
I will
you
give you a direct message. They
okay?
are saying how we should join. Just comment yes in
Mhm.
IGTV, and I will tell you how.
Okay, fantastic. Sahajan, do you see how easy
Yeah,
it was to go live and be
yeah, it was
seen
so easy.
and be heard? And it's just so. Did we?
Now I just need to work more on my English, and I will do more live with you.
Okay, fantastic. So we break the ice. Okay. Here's the deal, guys. You have always heard from so many different people. Fear is not real, but there is no other way to force yourself to face the fear. And it only takes one time to do it, and eventually it's just going to be easier and easier and easier. So we're going to work. Sahar, this coming Saturday, we go another live, and we're going to work with people who have major anxiety. I work with them on the live. So pre-hand, whoever has major anxiety can tell Sahar, and I can work with a couple of people Saturday live. Love you guys. Love and blessing. Bye bye.